Bonsoir tout le monde. Tonight we're going to learn about the third and final set of regular verbs in French. You remember last year we learned about verbs that we call ER verbs. Verbs like regarder, parler. Then we learned this year about IR verbs like finir and choisir. Now we're going to learn the third set. These are called RE verbs. For example, the verb vendre, to sell, and the verb attendre, to wait for. We've talked about these in class during our vocabulary discussions. So just like our other regular verbs, to conjugate the RE verbs, we're going to take the RE off of the infinitive. To that, we're going to add our endings for our subjects. So as you can see, when I remove the RE from the infinitive of vendre, to sell, I have a stem, vend, V-E-N-D. My endings for je and tu are the same. We've seen that many times before. The ending is S. For il, elle, and on, there is no ending. So the stem is the verb. Nous and vous are typical, familiar, ONS and easy. And for il and elle, again, what we're used to, ENT. So our endings for RE verbs are SS, nothing, ONS, easy, ENT. It's really quite that simple. Just take the RE off of the infinitive, you'll have a stem, and then add your endings for each subject. Now we know that we don't hear the ENT at the end of a verb in French. However, when there is an ENT like this, what that allows me to do is now I can hear that final consonant that normally would be silent. Listen. Ils vendent. Elles vendent. Normally, when it's just like this, we don't hear that D, it's vend. But my ENT lets me hear it, vende. So let's listen to what they sound like. You can repeat after me if you like. Je vends, tu vends, il vend, elle vend, on vend, nous vendons, vous vendez, ils vendent, elles vendent. It's that easy, guys. Let's look at attendre, which starts with a vowel sound. So I'm going to start off with my J apostrophe. J'attends. Tu attends. Il attend. Elle attend. On attend. My N is there because it's telling me I can now hear the N in on, which is normally silent. Now, you wouldn't write that typically. It's just there to let us know that we can hear it. On attend. Nous attendons. Vous attendez. Ils attendent. Elles attendent. It's really that simple. All right, let's look at the rest of the verbs up here. Descendre is actually going to be on the next slide. We're going to talk about what that means. It means to go down or to get off. Répondre, we're also going to take more notes on. That means to answer. Entendre is to hear. And perdre is to lose. Again, the meanings of those verbs. To answer, to hear, and to lose. Vendre, to sell. wait for him. I'll give you a minute to finish writing those down. All right, let's talk now about the verb descendre. It can have a couple of different meanings. When it's used alone, it means to go down or to get off. That's when the action of the verb is on the subject. Je descends du train. I'm getting off the train. However, when it's used with another object, a direct object, and the action of the verb is on that direct object, it means I'm taking that object down. Il descend du train. They're getting off the train. Ils descendent les bagages sur le quai. They're taking the bags onto the platform. You see the difference? Les bagages is the direct object, and that is receiving the action of the verb. So now the verb means that the subject is taking that object down. Okay? All right, now we just have something about répondre that we want to know. When we use the verb répondre, we have to use preposition à. Ils répondent à la question du contrôleur. So I want to use the preposition à after I use the verb répondre. Il répond à l'employé. He responds or he answers the employee. Répondre à is to answer or to respond to. Okay, well that's it for tonight. I hope you were able to write it all down. Remember, you can watch the video as many times as you like, practice your pronunciation, rewind if you maybe missed something, check your notes and make sure that they're complete. We'll have an entrance quiz tomorrow. See you then.